Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. My name is Vinny and I'm joined with today's guest, Steve. He's selling his display advertising business on the Empire Flippers marketplace. So, welcome to the show, Steve. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Vinny. Thanks for having me.
I'm really looking forward to talking about your business today. And just before we get stuck in, let me just go over a really brief summary of the listing. So today's business is a display advertising, affiliate and Amazon associates business in the health and fitness niche. And it was created in September 2018. The average monthly revenue for the business is $1,291. And it makes an average of $1,255 per month in net profit. The assets included in the sale are a domain and all of the site's content and files, an email list with 650 subscribers that's stored on Flowdesk, and a variety of social media accounts. You can head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 50321 to learn more about the business. And if you want to start your due diligence, just remember to unlock the listing first. Alright, Stephen, that's, the details out of the way, but let's find out about you first foremost. Can you tell me about your experience in building and running online businesses before you created this one?
You know what? This is actually my first dive into creating an online business. I guess I did have other attempts, but I kind of have that shiny object syndrome, so I kind of jumped from one thing to the next, but this is the only thing that kind of stuck.
Okay, I hear you. Fair enough. Let me ask you, while you were building this business, were there any inspirations or any resources or tools that you really drew upon?
You know what? I've always had kind of a passion for the health and fitness niche, so it was something I was always interested in pursuing, and this was kind of my way of doing that.
Gotcha. So how did you come up with the idea to start this particular business then in display advertising?
You know what? I don't honestly know how I came upon that. I think I was just browsing different ways to monetize a website, and that's kind of where I landed.
Yeah, gotcha. Kind of like you said earlier, it sounds like you tried a whole bunch of different stuff and tried to see what stuck, and this one seemed to last the race.
Yeah, that's basically the gist of it.
Gotcha. Can you just explain briefly, how does your business primarily make money?
It primarily makes money through display advertising on Mediavine. Other than that, it has a few different affiliates, such as Amazon and other niche-specific affiliates associated with it.
Gotcha. Okay. Just for our listeners out there who are new to online businesses, new to this space, why do you think display advertising is a great business model to get started with?
I think display advertising is great for people coming into online businesses because I think it's kind of dependent on traffic, and basically the way I got traffic was by creating good content. It's a little, I guess you could say, easier than going the affiliate route and working deals and strategically implementing those type of offers.
For sure, yeah. So basically, as long as you prioritize good content and you get the traffic, then the rest sort of comes naturally, hopefully.
Exactly.
Gotcha. So our listeners will be wondering, why are you selling the business right now instead of staying with it and growing it?
To be honest, I do have other projects in mind, but as far as this site specifically, I want it to be very successful, and I don't think I have the skill set or the resources to take it to that next level, and that's why I'm parting with it.
I understand. I think that's perfectly understandable. I think it's a good thing that you recognize, that you may not have the skill set to take it as far as it could go. Perhaps in the hands of the right buyer who does have that skill set and capital, they might be able to help it unleash its full potential. And we'll touch on potential growth opportunities later on. But I just want to touch on your experience of building this business now. What did you find really helped you as you were trying to build and scale the business? Like, what really worked?
Well, through a lot of trial and error, kind of doing I understood the importance of keyword research. So finding good keywords and just writing great content.
Sure. Was there any software or tools that really helped you when you first started running the business?
You know what? I didn't use any kind of tools. That's what I mean by skill set. I don't have the skill set that other people might have to do the, research and build the website even further.
Gotcha. On the other hand then, what did you try that didn't work?
In the beginning, I thought just writing really, really long content, really long and thorough content was good enough. If it was just better than the next person, then it would rank. But I quickly found out the hard way that none of those posts went anywhere. And that's what I mean by kind of trial and error with keyword research and finding the right things to pursue first before moving to the next step.
Yeah, it's a tricky thing trying to rank on obviously the first page or even like the first top 20 SERP results. Yes, and it's not always kind of like longer is better. So it does take a bit of experimenting, like you say, as you discovered. Let me ask you then about marketing. What do you currently do in terms of marketing for the business?
To be honest, most of the marketing is literally organic Google search, although I do a little bit of Pinterest that brings in very minimal amount of traffic. But other than that, it's literally putting out good content, working on page SEO, and that's about it.
Sure. I think you just mentioned there the majority of your traffic is organic, right? There's no sort of paid advertising aspects involved.
Correct. There's no paid advertising.
Gotcha. Can you just describe to the listeners out there, what's the type and the amount of work that you do on the site for maintenance on a day-to-day or maybe a weekly basis?
I do put on a couple posts a month now, although early on in the beginning of the year, I was putting a little more work into it before the whole pandemic happened and kind of had to prioritize my time elsewhere. So mainly it's, I want to say, a couple hours a week, and that's just kind of monitoring analytics and making sure things are kept up to date.
Gotcha. Let's talk about the opportunities for the potential buyers then. I mean, if you did stay with the business, what are some of the ways that you would try to grow it?
I would definitely put out some more new content. I'd probably go back through some of the old content and find some low-hanging fruit, like different terms or keyword to add to certain articles. As far as traffic goes, I guess my next step, I would probably learn how to do better affiliate marketing and how to strategically implement that into the website, which I haven't really done thus far.
Yeah, I hear you on the affiliate marketing side. Obviously, it sounds like you've got the traffic coming in because the very fact that you've managed to, get onto Mediavine as your advertising program clearly shows that you're getting enough traffic. So, yeah, I guess the affiliate marketing side, definitely a big potential area for more growth in terms of revenue. But I mean, with all businesses, there's always inherent risk involved, right? So what do you think are some of the biggest risks with this business that a buyer should be aware of?
Well, I think the biggest risk, to be honest, is basically just getting hidden traffic with a Google, algorithm update. But to be honest, thus far, everything has panned out pretty well.
Yeah, for sure. Last few questions from me then, Steve. How much support are you offering buyers?
To be honest, I really want to see the site succeed. And like I said, I do want to take it further, but I don't feel like I have the resources or the skill set. But if someone, has that and wants to take over, I'm willing to help them as much as they need to get going.
That's good to hear. Are you willing to commit to a non-compete?
Yes, definitely willing to commit to that.
Great stuff. Last question then. If you put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think that this is a business that's worth buying?
I think it's a business worth buying because I think keyword research done on the site has been done very well. And to be honest, the content is top notch since I literally wrote all the content myself. So everything has been fact checked and is factual to my knowledge.
Yeah, gotcha. I guess that's obviously especially important in the health and fitness niche as well, where there's a lot of misinformation out there. So it's great to hear that your content is backed by data. Is there anything else that you'd like to share that you think I might have missed?
Nothing that comes to mind, to be honest.
Awesome. Steve, thank you so much for joining me on today's podcast. We hope that your business gets picked up soon.
Thank you very much, Vinny.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing has already been sold, you can head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing number 50321. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. And once you've unlocked the listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about the business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.